morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Get settled in. And we are going to talk about, are you too sensitive? So grab your cup, come join me. So we're going to talk about, are you too sensitive? Now, if you've heard that, I want to see your hearts. If you've been with someone and they keep saying either stop being so sensitive or you're being too sensitive. All right, so what does being too sensitive means? It means you're feeling, okay? It means you are feeling. It means your senses are awakened, they are heightened, and you are living, okay? You are living, and it's a positive thing. And yes, when we are too sensitive, it is really that sign of the highs and the lows, right? So if you feel, you're going to feel everything across the board. You don't just get to feel the good stuff more, you actually feel the negative stuff more as well. Okay, so finding that balance is key to your happiness, to your well being. So when you are being of awakeness, of awareness, and when your spiritual development is really growing, right? That is that sensitivity that you're tuning into. So you may feel more emotional. But you know what? If you are around people who are telling you you're too emotional, you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're too that, they're not your people. I know you want them to be your people, I'm sure, and we want to be accepted and we want to be loved, but we want people who love us for who we are. All right? The good, the bad, all of it, so that you can fully be yourself. Now, if you're being erratic, okay, and that can happen again when you're too sensitive, and I say that in jest, really, but when we are sensitive beings, and we can be erratic too, right? Because you're gonna have those feelings fly in quickly. They don't build up, right? That sensitivity is going to be passionate one way, passionate the other. You may be doing just fine and then break down crying. Or mad or throw something, right? Don't throw it at anyone. So, what we need to do is really tune into our own feelings. Why are we feeling this way? Are we being triggered? Is our sensitivity tuning in to let us know something? Is your intuition kicking in? And that's why the sensitivity is heightened, right? And it is about listening to it and trusting it, okay? And I know that can be tricky. That can be kind of tough for ourselves when we are looking into it. But when we are really learning about our emotions, when we're doing our development, when you're growing, it's really important to look at your emotions, to really understand them. Where are your sensitivity triggers, right? We all have triggers, right? We all do. Yay. Yay for triggers. But what we need to do then is go, why am I being triggered? What's creating it? And then, is it a positive or negative, right? Regardless, it may be perceived as a negative, but in reality, it could be a positive. So it really is that balance of understanding. What I mean by that is, let's say you're around someone, you're just having some negative feelings with this person, and you may not know why, right? Because maybe they're coming across nice. Maybe they're saying all the right things, yet something is nudging. Your intuition is nudging. So your feeling, your sensitivity is heightened. It is important to listen to it. You don't always have to have a reason why you're feeling a certain way. You don't have to have a reason why your emotions are being triggered, but it is important to listen to them. Now, if it's something that you're carrying from a past relationship or an experience, then it is important to say, hey, wait a second, is this how I want to feel moving forward? Is this what I want to take with me? Or do I want to change how I'm feeling? Do I want to change what's happening for me? So, with this, it's about knowing who you are from the inside and really finding that acceptance, but also that balance, okay? So, it's finding that acceptance for who you are, but that balance as well, because especially, if anyone is going through really emotional times, deep stress, your hormones could be doing it, the connection to spirit. Oh, like when your gifts are really first opening up, you're going to feel emotions everywhere. You're going to feel emotions that you never even knew existed. And that sensitivity button is just going to be right there. And that's so normal. All right. So just know that that's normal for you. Know that what you're experiencing there is absolutely on the path because you're awakening, and that awakening is explosive, and it's also persistent. All right, the awakening is actually very, very persistent. It's not going to open up and then close and open up and close. It's going to open and then nudge and nudge and nudge and nudge, and it's going to gnaw at you till you can't ignore it anymore. Trust me, I've been there. And here's the good news: even though you're awakening and you're evolving, you never stop. You're never there. There's never an end point, okay? It's perpetual growth and expansion if you do the work and that inner work, okay? That inner work is going to help you. That inner work is going to help you understand yourself, going to help you understand other people, going to help you understand why are you feeling a certain way, and is it something you want to embrace, or is it something you want to change? And we have the free will to do that. We have the free will to embrace and to change if we desire. So ask yourself, about people in your life, and do they feel good? Do they feel supportive? Do they feel embracing of who you are? Because again, you deserve to be loved 100% for who you are. And not everyone is our match. Not everyone vibrationally is going to work with us. That's a reality, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you can't love the person and love yourself and create that space that may be needed. It doesn't mean you won't come back around. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to work together to work it out. So, regardless where you are on your journey, is 100% where you're supposed to be. Okay? It's where you're supposed to be. Now, when you're having some lows, those lows can come in. You may feel yourself being sad, maybe not wanting to get out of bed, maybe feeling like off, and you kind of don't even know why. It's like, you're just wanting more, feeling like you should be further along, or whatever that is for you. Just give yourself that space that's needed. Don't push and push and push until you know why you're pushing, okay? Until you know why because sometimes that space is needed for that inspiration to kick in. It's needed for that feeling, for that understanding to step in, because we need understanding before we can change. We need understanding before we can open it up, okay? Here's the deal. Are you sensitive? Heck yeah. Yes, I want my yeses out there. Yes, 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 I'm sensitive. And yes, I'm putting it out there. Yes, I'm going to embrace my big bad attitude. Right? Embrace it. Embrace your passion. Embrace your love. Embrace your fire. Embrace your peace. Embrace your sadness. Embrace all of your emotions, because your emotions are needed on your journey. All right? Your emotions are there to help you grow and to learn, and they're your calibration system. They're your calibration system, okay? And your calibration is there. So when you don't like something, work on changing it. When you love something, own it. Don't change because someone else tells you to change. All right? Don't do that to yourself. Okay? That is our coffee with Colby for today. Coming up on the 18th, next week, okay, is the Night of Animals, Night of Animal Communication. I'm going to connect to your fur babies in the living and in spirit. Grab your ticket. I love my little animals. And the week after, I'm going to help you learn how to connect to your own fur babies. We also have the spiritual circles coming up, which I'm super excited about. So lots of love to you, everybody. And thank you for all the love and all the shout out. You guys are just wonderful and sweet. And if this message resonated, feel free to pass it along. You can always subscribe to the podcast and binge listen or binge watch on YouTube. But lots of love to you, everyone. And remember, as always, shine your light and shine it bright. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Mwah!